It gives me great pleasure to make these two acknowledgements for Bounty Killer, Rodney Price, and Beenie Man, Moses Davis. In the spirit of unity, in the spirit of our creativity, these two gentlemen have created a music genre. They have created pop culture. They have contributed to Jamaica's popularity around the world. They are icons of our music and our culture. On behalf of the people of Jamaica, we wish to acknowledge your work and contribution to Jamaica.
Zaga. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Thank you very much. But thank to the heart of Jamaican people. Thank you, each and everyone. Thank you for supporting us for all these years. I've been waiting for this for all these years. Can somebody say Zaga, Zaga, Zaga now?
Yellow. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. I just want to say I'm humbled and grateful to receive this. This is a milestone. This is something that a lot of us never get to receive while we can celebrate. So my brother Moses, we as from rivals and now to iconic idols.
God is good. God is good. Respect, love enough.
Happy Independence, Jamaica. All proud Jamaican. This is us. It's been over a decade, I cannot travel to certain country. This is certainly a Jamaican milestone. Yardman team.
In the spirit of unity, in the spirit of creativity. I have never heard Andrew Holness speak two more profound words like these. He might have used them before, but I don't know in what context he might have. But this was good. In the spirit of unity. In the spirit of creativity. Hello everyone, Karen Cecilia here, and I have a brief message to Jamaican voters regarding this wonderful thing being undertaken by our government to reward two of our greatest musicians. Two gentlemen, two fellows who came up from basically nothing and have put Jamaica on the map through their music and their creative genius. That is what we're going to talk about this morning. Very briefly, I want to do it. Remember to like the video and send out a comment. Big up all our artists, all our dancehall artists. A special big up to Beenie Man and Bounty Killer. I am not a dancehall fan. I know the music them, I rock when I hear them, if I like them, but I'm not a dancehall person. But I still big up our culture. Love it, love our culture, love our country, because we are talented. That's the only thing the Prime Minister probably left out. Talented duo. These are a talented duo. Alright, so remember to give the video a like. and a comment if you so desire. Mark Golden is everything that we have seen already. Forget about what I have said to you about him. Forget about what the resistance have said about him. Forget about what we have put out. I want you to think about what he has done and what he has said to show you who he is. Remember, the one only like to quote Maya Angelou, when somebody show you who they are, believe them the first time. And for the last 3.5 years, we have been trying to make you understand that Mark Golden has, from the beginning, showed the Jamaican people who he is. Look at this stupid white-ass Englishman who wants to lead this country and still trying to divide us. Still trying to gain power and to conquer us through that old trope of division, because he knows that black people are very weak when it comes to being together, working with each other. We have a long way to go to work on that. Him know that him can touch a card and divide us, and he's playing on that fear. He always has been. And let me remind you that the only evidence we have of Mark Golden's behavior is what he has done for the public to see. What he did to gain control of the PMP, how he gained control of the PMP, what he has done and what he continues to do to keep control of the PMP. Those are the things that we know, those are the things that we see, so we know what he is. We know who he is. Yet, some people continue to pull wool over their eyes because of them discontent with this government. Them continue to pull wool over their own eyes and hide themselves and say that this and that and all of that. I don't want to make Mark Golden Prime Minister. We need to think about this, We need to really think about this. All I've been telling you, there's no kind of angst or personal hatred. I don't have no hatred against Mark Golden, But it's the things that he has done and the things that he continues to say. So the Prime Minister came out, and the Prime Minister said in the spirit of creativity. Yeah? And this man decided that his only way to insert himself into the conversation of rewarding two of our musical geniuses is to claim credit for it. Whenever you hear me, Jamaica, he decides as the leader of the opposition, the second half of our government structure. Our government structure is made up of two halves, the government and the opposition. We don't expect them to agree on many, many things in terms of policy and direction for the country. But for God's sake, for God Almighty's sake, PJ, Portia, Peter Phillips, none of them, Michael Manley, none of them would have come out and did what he did and said what he said. They would have come out and hailed the move and maybe do a dig at the government and said this should have happened a long time, but hail the move. Instead, this nincompoop came out and want to claim credit for it. And by doing that, is not so much a political move, to say that is him recommending it. It's not a political move, because it can't benefit him politically. This reward to these two giants of music is a reward that is cultural. It's a reward that is universal, because it is Jamaica, it is our music. This is part of who we are as a nation. So it's international, because music is international. Yeah? And instead of coming out and big up the idea and go on with a little thing and support the move and attach himself to it in a positive way, instead of doing that, he came out and started to sow division. They started it, They started it when Cartel left prison the other day. Them have this half idiot where each up him ass, each up in a bunting, him head, each up in a bunting ass. You don't know where bunting begin and where him end. That we're how far up him up in a bunting ass. What's his name? Mario Mitchell. He was one who first came out and start brand Vibes Cartel, a PMP, and start brand some other dancehall artists as PMP. Yeah, some dancehall artists is PMP, some dancehall artists are JLP. It is their right to choose which political line they want to follow and which colors they want to support. They have the same right like all of us. But the dancehall artists themselves recognize that even though they have they have a political thought and they have a political alliance, they realize that their music can't spread that. And they don't do that. None of them. No Beenie Man, people could say Beenie Man a PMP. We could say that. But your Beenie Man out there big up nothing about PMP and GLP. Your Beenie Man a divide. Your man them a go to talk about say, yo, get rid of that man there and vote for that man there. Because that is not what they do. Their music is supposed to unite us. Their music is supposed to keep us on a high all the time. Keep us in a vibes. It's part of who we are. And this man, this white British man, came out to divide and to disrespect, because this is his only way of campaigning. He can't put forward anything to you, the Jamaican voters, to say to you, give me a chance. That he don't have anything, because he's a British white man who cannot be our prime minister. Cannot. Because he is a British born white man. And his only argument from the beginning of him taking over the PMP has been to divide us to gain power. He divided the PMP to gain control of the PMP. He continued to divide the PMP to keep some people out in order to keep control and power of the PMP. And every single thing that he has done on stage with chain round a black man's neck, Jesus have mercy on our souls. Everything he has done is a disrespect to our culture and a disrespect to who we are as black people, because he has absolutely no regard for us. He don't care about us. But he knows that part of our inkling is that we tend to go against each other from time to time, and him figure that if he poke that bear hard enough and often enough, he will be able to take us back to the 70s and the 80s, where we're fighting each other on political divide. But Jamaica must rise up, and Jamaica must say to this white British man, we are not going back to that. We are not going back to that. We are not going back to where people can go downtown and wear an orange shirt. We are not going back to that where laborites can come down one ear in a green shirt. We're not going back to that. We're not going back to where music is PMP and music is JLP. We're not going back to that. Jamaica must tell him loud and clear, we are not going back to that. The PMP must hold Mark Golding accountable for his actions, his utterances, and his behavior. Nobody has held him account. Instead, them continue to elevate him and hold him up and tell him he's going to be prime minister. They don't feel like they should hold him to account for the things that he does and says in the name of being King Charles III opposition leader. Because he wants power, and he feels from the beginning that the only way to gain power is to divide and conquer. That old colonialist trope. Divide and conquer. And that is what he continues to do. Music is universal. Music is not black. Music is not white. Music is not orange. Music is not green. Music is a special kind of aphrodisiac that hits us. But Marley said it. One good thing about music, when it hits you, you feel no pain. And Bob Marley never meant that physically. He meant that when it hits you, you don't feel no psychological pain. You don't feel no emotional pain. All you get is a high from music. Music is like exercise. It produces endorphins, and those things make you happy. And when you're happy, you keep on a high. And yeah, things not all that great. Things not hunky-dory. Food still high price. Price of food is still very high. Things not going so well. The time hot like hell. Back to school look kind of dizzy. We're not doing so great down at Paris, but we're grateful for what we're going. But it will get better. It must get better. And we're not worse off than some people. You think about some places in the world, we're not worse off. So why don't we continue to let this man continue to divide us? Why the PMP people, the PMP leadership, those in the constituencies, why want to keep this man to continue to divide Jamaica? Have China put around black man neck? And now claiming credit. Yeah? Because a good leader, that even if you sign on to the recommendation of it, a good leader wouldn't come out to say that. And a call man per phone. Look at that. That sounds like you're desperate. That sounds like you're desperate for some good news, or you're desperate for somebody to say yeah to you. That sounds like you're a lick boot. That sounds like you're kissing ass to actually being recognized as the leader of the opposition. But if you were a good leader of the opposition, you would not be doing that. You wouldn't have to be doing that if you were a good leader of the opposition from the beginning. But from the beginning, Mark Golding set out to divide Jamaica, to divide the country along political lines, to take us back to the day when we now go to market because a peer labor had sell on a market. You remember them time there? When nobody now go to market, everybody just put a carry one green shirt in them bag. That's when they go to market, then put it on. We're not going back to that. Me wear my PNP at go market. Me want to continue to do that. We're not going back to the days where people go hold you and beat you because you have an orange shirt, or people go shoot off you because you have on a green shirt. And this is what Mark Golding has been promoting for the last 3.5 years. Remember, all the things that he has said and done is designed to do that way. I'm tired for telling you. I want to refuse to listen and understand. So I ask you to know, what could possibly got into him this morning, this Thursday morning, to get up and talk about his him, or maybe he did it yesterday, or to get up and talk about his him recommend, and I call the man and tell the man them say his him recommend them. Why if not to divide? What political good could come out of that except for to create some division that would warrant the minister Graves to come out and clarify things? Why would you do that? Why not call the minister? Why not call the prime minister and say, boy, I'm glad you do this. I'm glad you do this. And then issue a statement. We'll big up Beanie Man and we'll big up Bounty Killer and we'll support this move. Why not that? Why the division? Why the disrespect? Why? Because that is what serves its purpose. Unity don't serve its purpose. And music unites us. Music makes us better. That's one of the reasons why some people did ask me not to trouble Mark Shields, is because he used to come to them parties, both Labour Right and PNP. Music unites us. Music unites us in ways that nothing else can. Because only music and food and drink can unite people. Throughout history, those are the things that unite people. Music and dance and food and drink and social activities and getting together. Those are unifying and aspirational things for people. Can you imagine if anybody, any of our PNP or jail people go sit down in them yard and chat that crap about this dancehall artist is a Labour Right and that dancehall artist is a PNP, and then when the damn 12-year-old, the 13-year-old them hear the music, them start calling the man them Labour Right and PNP? I want them to think this through, The Jamaican voters I'm talking to, you need to think this through, Because if this man can only become prime minister, we don't give him 32 seats, you need to think this through. I'm putting out the videos one by one about these candidates for to understand that you can't give them people a power. You can't give them power, not with this leader. Because his intent is to divide the Jamaican people. We have had enough of that. Some of you might not have lived through it, but I certainly have, and many of you who listen to this would have. We have lived through this division. And it is not a nice thing. We don't want our kids to live through it. We don't want our grandkids to live through it. It's wicked and divisive. It saps your energy, takes away everything about you that should be patriotic and good. It sets you on a path where you start hate your neighbor, hate the guy down the road, and hate the lady across the road because of the color they wear. That is what it set you up for. And that is what Mark Golding has been doing ever since he captured the PNP, took hold of the PNP through divisive means. And it's the only thing you have to judge him on. Jamaican voters, the only thing you have to judge Mark Golding on. Don't judge him on when him go out there and talk about get rid of wicked government. The only thing you have to judge him on is how he has behaved. What he did to gain power of the PNP, what he continues to do to divide the PNP. To keep power, because the only way we can keep power in the PNP is to continue to divide it, and he has successfully done that. Successfully. So look around you and look good. Look to your right, look to your left, look at your neighbors, look at your friends, look at those who you don't call friends, and think to yourself, is this what you want? You want to go back to that? Do you want to go back to that, Jamaica? where your leader is telling you, not deal with them because them wear green, and don't drink Heineken beer because of Labour right beer? Is that where you want to go back to? Do you want to go back to where you're going downtown to go get little seasoning and you have to carry one green shirt in your bag just in case the Tivoli people them rush you? Or the Tivoli people will come this end and them carry them wear an orange hat just in case some PNP people rush them? Is that what you want to go back to? Where Jungle can't go play football, where Jungle can't go play the football at Tivoli and Tivoli can't play the football at Jungle? Is that what we want to go back to? Is that what we want to go back to? We must not go back to that. And that's where Mark Golden wants to take us. But we must not go back to that. Let us not go back to that. I want to chant it. I want to put it out every time him open his mouth. We must beat him down. We're not going back to that. We like things the way they are. Where PMP and GLP are hang out. Where election day, we are dance and I jump up and down and over green clocks look good, and over orange clocks look good, and over orange shirt look better. That's what we want. And that's why because our music are play and we are dance. And celebrate Be the Man and Bounty Killer. Celebrate them. Men that give us good music. Authentic Jamaican music. Cultural music. Inspiring music. Big up on yourself, dancehall people. All of you. Those who sing and just those who go to the party. Even those who can't dance. Big up on yourself. God bless you all. Thank you for listening to my rant. Stay safe, everybody, and keep the children safe.